Good evening, everyone. Today I'm gonna share my experience about my pedagogical practice that I did in the Institute Stars Kids Play and Learn. So, the population where I did my class was with astronauts. These with aliens, these students are an age between 10 and 12 years old. So their English level is A2 because they have learned in this place before for approximately 1 year. So they had more knowledge in this idiom. So the pre-class content, I couldn't do it with them because I can give them homework. So, but they have learned this vocabulary before for 1 month approximately. So I start the lesson with an activity with the pretext. In this moment, they watched 2 videos. The number one, it was here they could observe more aspects of the more aspects in the traditions or common habits in the European people in the beach. So in the second video, they made a fast review about the vocabulary of the unit that is the beach vocabulary. Then they observed or watched the videos. I make them some questions. What is the difference? The number one was the what is the difference between Colombian beaches and European beaches? They said me, according with this video, some aspect that I couldn't see. So one student said me that in this video they didn't observe many kids playing in the beach. So in Colombian beaches is more common because families have many children. So the another aspect is that in European beaches they couldn't find sellers uh, sellers inside the beach. So, for example, in Colombian beaches, you can buy food, drinks, and other things that you can that you want. So, another is that, for example, in this period, the woman needed to go to another place to find or buy an ice cream. So in Colombian beaches, students say me that they can buy the food inside the beach. For example, arepas and a Coke, so water, ice creams, whatever you want. It the first step in the class, that is the task, was so incredible for me because I I didn't secure that students understand the activity and make the reflections that they did, but I was so impressed with this. The second is during task. For this activity, I need to change my lesson because they had an assessment, a checkpoint for the test, a checkpoint test for the unit that they had learned in this moment. So I did my review. I did the review with my flashcard with 8 words that they learned in the last week. So in this with this flashcard, they only see the picture and say the name, corresponding name. If they say the incorrect answer, we um, tick the flashcard and see the name. So I was planning. I had planned to make some games with this vocabulary, but the time was and without enough. So in this activity, I was helping some students with the questions and teach, sorry, thought them again each point. So continue with the class. We continue with the post task. So in this institute, the students have an a time in a specific station. So we started with the classroom. So the second station for them was the tablet station. So in this place, I wrote a word in the whiteboard, and they need to make and draw. So I make a question for them. So what is the use for the sunscreen with that we can have for the sunscreen? And say that to protect the skin. And they say me the answer in Spanish, and I ask them if the use of the sunscreen can change in European beaches. And they say no, because the sunscreen is similar, is a product to protect the screen. I say the same with other vocabulary. So in the assessment, I use the tablets yet, because we need to stay at here for 45 minutes, but I change the activity. In this moment, I say them a sentence with the vocabulary. For example, I made an sandcastle with 10 shells. So they need to make the drawing in the tablet, and when they finish it, they need to raise it the hand, and I correct or check the drawing and make the positive points. So in the last part, I give them a word, so they need to write in the correct way in the tablets. So with this methodology, I could understand that it's more interesting for them learn about other cultures and understand better the language, and how the traditions can change in each place or continents in this case. And it motivates to students to acquire more vocabulary and to express the ideas. So this is all for this moment. I know that I need to make the change in the lesson plan, but according with this, I was so happy with the um, results, with the objectives, because students understood the aim of the class. So this is all. Thank you for your attention.